You rely on volunteers for the shop?
Yes.
Well, I'm going to ask you about that, because your case against Nekwan and now Reese is that the two of them were volunteers, right? Now, how did you get involved in volunteering in this shop?
Well, we've known Calvin for a while.
How did you know Calvin?
Through a mutual friend. But it was years ago. I can't explain how we met, but we met. Then we saw that he needed help in the charity shop. Like,
I can imagine him walking around lugging chandeliers.
There's two things. You got to go in the back, you got to do in the front, so you're quite occupied.
Yes.
So we thought, as friends, we've known you for a while, we'll help you out.
Right.
As long as we get a pay, it doesn't matter what happens.
You just said as long as you get paid.
Yeah, as long as we get paid.
Here's the thing with charity shops. Okay. See, not every charity shop, but a lot of them are staffed, not always, by people that have got time on their hands, and they do it for free. So when you went to be a volunteer in this charity shop, why was it that you expected to be paid? Because
that was the terms that we was given.
Did you ever sign a contract or anything of that kind when you started working for him?
No, it was all verbal.
Nothing in writing?
Nothing in writing.
Now, at some point, there was a discussion about your car, which was parked in an alleyway, correct?
Yes.
What car is it?
It's a Ford Focus.
Now, this Ford Focus of yours was parked in an alleyway, correct?
Yes.
Before this particular incident, had either of you been given permission to drive this car before?
Well, to my memory, yes.
You remember driving the car before?
Yeah.
And you didn't steal it in the past?
No.
You were given the keys?
Yeah.
No.
Boy.
Is that correct?
That's correct.
I disagree with that, sir.
Oh, you're going to disagree, but...
Well, let me ask you.
Yeah.
Before this all happened, how long was it before that you drove the car in the past?
Pretty much every week.
Every week?
Pretty much every week.
Where would you take it?
We didn't go nowhere. We got told to move the car.
So up and down the alley?
Yeah, in the alley.
Reese, not you. I told you couldn't drive my car.
Had he ever said to you, you have permission to drive the car onto the public road?
No, he never said that, but when you're moving out the alley, you have to drive on a public road.
That's your point in reply.
Yeah.
And by the way, I think it's persuasive. That's the alleyway. Now, two cars can't get into that alleyway, can they? Is that right, Reese?
No, they...
I can see that without you. Is that right, Nekwan?
Yes, sir.
Before you let that young man, Reese, over there, or Nekwan, get in the vehicle and drive the car out to the public road, you checked Nekwan's licence, yes?
Well,
Just
no.
pause for a second. Well, what?
No, I didn't.
No. Reese, can I have your driving licence, please?
I don't have one.
OK.
Well, that's all right, although, by the way, I should warn you, I'm going to ask you questions now, both of you and you, which, although this took place some time ago, could conceivably be the subject of a criminal investigation. Do you all understand that?
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir.
Are you prepared to continue answering questions in any event? What was that noise? I used to have clients that did that.
That was a deciding. I was deciding, Judge. I was deciding.
Here's the thing, Nekwan.
Yes, sir.
Reese, no driving licence, right?
Yes, sir.
But that's OK, because although you don't have a driving licence, Calvin was very careful to ensure, bearing in mind what can happen with cars. What can happen with cars, Nekwan?
What happened?
No, but what can happen with...
Crashes.
Not what happened, but in
crash.
general. What can you do with a car? You could kill someone, can't you?
Yeah.
Nevertheless, you were operating under a general insurance, so they may not have had licences. However, bearing in mind the business and that you were loading and unloading, they did have insurance. Is that correct?
My car has insurance.
Yes. I understand. Your car has insurance. The difference is that's for when you're driving. Correct?
Judge, I can't... These guys are so eager, they forced me to allow them to drive.
You don't get forced to do nothing. You're a big man.
Let me tell you...
Yeah, but you say you want to drive, innit? I'll let you drive. You must know, innit? The responsibility is yours.
The fact that they weren't insured and didn't have a licence, really, was their fault, because they were just terribly enthusiastic.
Judge, I actually thought... I didn't ask Reese, but I actually thought he most probably had a licence.
Just pause. There you are. Imagine that. I want you to... You've been on holiday in the past, been on a plane?
Yes, Judge.
Imagine that. You're sitting on the plane, and over the tannoy comes the pilot. Ladies and gentlemen, we'll be flying you today. We hope your seats are in an upright position. I'm not entirely sure I've got a licence, but... I probably do. Thank you for flying, Moron. We hope you fly us in the future. See what I'm getting at there?
Like, I've never had to ask Reese. I just felt like he had a license.
You felt it?
Yeah.
Just pause.
Naquan, I've never given him the car to drive.
Lies.
He insisted on driving the car the first time he's ever driven it.
Quiet.
And that first time he crashed the car, I told him he will never drive it again. And the way how Reese was talking, I actually thought Reese was confident a driver and he had a license. Even though I'm not gonna lie, I did not ask him, but that's why I gave Reese the responsibility from that day forth if I needed him to move the car for me.
I understand. For more Judge Rinder cases, click here. And if you've got a legal issue yourself, get in touch with us by clicking over here.